I haven't done. No more feeling empty because I found out I'm not the one. Years have gone unnoticed. Time is frozen still. Every day that's left to me now won't be a bitter pill. I don't drink myself to sleep every night. I don't pace the floor when I see morning light. I don't scratch that scab until it turns into a sore. There was a time I did, but I don't do that anymore. You can find me in my garden of life. Everything is growing and I'm not trying to raise the dead anymore. No more playing games with a phone. I call your number just to hear your hello. Well, I got myself a life that I can live until it's time to go. I don't drink myself to sleep every night. I don't pace the floor when I see morning light. I don't scratch that scab until it turns into a sore. There was a time I did, but I don't do that anymore. There was a time I did, but I don't do that anymore.
WLOM. Hot damn! Channel 95.
We are fortunate to have with us tonight Sir Topper Charts, esteemed producer of The Red for many years. Over the course of 10 years, he produced most of the Red albums, including the groundbreaking I'd Rather Be Red Than Dead, a tribute album to the Grateful Dead, widely regarded as a sarcastic shot at the aging hippie band. Sir Topper, thank you for joining us today. Well, I've always been fascinated by Mr. Jones, the lead singer and main songwriter of The Red. What was your opinion of him? What was it like working with him, and what was your relationship like with him?
Oh, yes, Mr. Jones. Well, of course, he should never have been allowed anywhere near a microphone, the twit. The idiot, of course, had no talent.
No talent? Well, isn't that him singing on the recordings?
We had to punch in every syllable of every song. Awful.
What about his songwriting abilities? I always thought those songs were quite good.
I wrote those songs, and they're so poorly written I had to get drunk off my arse to be able to write that badly. You're not much of a judge of songwriting ability, are you?
Well, tell us about some of the other members of the band. How about the lead guitarist, Howie Bendham, his name was?
He's an idiot. He would play 10, 20 notes for every one he should have been playing, and it was totally inappropriate for the material, you see. And finally, the band had had enough. They taped 3 of his fingers together with duct tape, figuring he could only play 2 notes at that point, and perhaps he would play the right part, finally. But instead, all he did was speed up and play too many notes with the other hand. It was nonsense. And live, of course, you couldn't control him at all. The only thing that saved a band, if you want to call it that, in live performance, was he had a tendency to light the guitar on fire every other song, and of course he couldn't play it when he was on fire, so, at that point, the guitar playing was finally okay.
Oh my, this is going to come as quite a shock to our listeners, I'm sure, but what about the bass player? He always seemed quite competent to me. Bob McKimmel.
Yes.
Bob McKimmel was his name. How did you rate him then?
Oh, actually, I rate him quite highly indeed as a bass player. A right-handed bass player. Unfortunately, he would never play right-handed because he wanted to be Paul McCartney.
You mean he wanted to sound like Paul McCartney?
No, I believe he wanted to be Paul McCartney, right down to the stupid pointy boots and that ridiculous collarless suit and that idiotic bowl haircut. Of course, Bob McKinney looked more like Mo Howard than Paul McCartney with that do. The real issue was he couldn't play left-handed bass guitar. His playing while left-handed could best be described as a steaming pile of shite.
What about the keyboard player? I've never understood really if it was a man or a woman.
Yes.
Can you clear that up for us tonight, perhaps?
Oh, there's no clearing that one up, I can tell you. No one knows what it was. A male, female, human, plant.
Oh, right.
There's no way of telling. It was the most bizarre thing. It just showed up one day in a band rehearsal playing its keyboards.
Really?
And really, it was quite good. No one had the nerve to say, go away, because it added so much to the band, you see. And it disappeared as quickly as it had appeared. Just one day, it was gone. We had a tour of Japan with no keyboard player all of a sudden, and it's not like you could phone them up to find out where they were. Christ, we didn't even know what his name was. For all we knew, he got beamed back up to his home planet or some such.
Strange.
Very strange episode, but good keyboard player, really.
Well, there's one remaining player, Smiling Jack Kelly, the drummer. I've never understood how Smiling Jack got that name, because in all the photos and videos of the Red, I've never seen a smile on that face.
Oh, you never will. Smiling Jack Kelly, one of the most reprehensible humans I ever had the displeasure to share any space on Earth with. Just an absolute right bastard of a human being. Quite a good drummer, though. I mean, he knew when to play and when not to play, and his fills always came out when they were supposed to. I don't know how he got that name, except for I will tell you, the only time I ever saw him smile was when his best friend got electrocuted live on stage. There was people crying in the front row because they figured they're watching a man dying here. And everybody's panicking and roadies and running around, and it's just absolute chaos. And I noticed that the drummer, Smiling Jack Kelly, who no one's ever seen smile ever, is back there with the widest grin on his face. I will say, though, that he didn't lose the beat during all this time. He was rock solid. Really quite a player, very accomplished player.
Yes.
Anyway, that's basically the story of the Red.
Well, Sir Topper Charts, thank you so much for this insightful interview. I'll never look at them in the same way again, I can tell you that.
Whatever.
WLOM.